Winter outfits can get boring really fast. The same basic jumpers, the same year-round jeans, and the same sneakers on repeat. But over the years, I have slowly collected a couple of pieces that I think make my winter outfits look instantly more stylish and intentional. So today I'm sharing the items from my own wardrobe that I think instantly elevate my winter outfits, but most importantly, I'm breaking down why. I also have a few pieces from Linjer to share with you today because jewelry is definitely not one you want to miss when you're styling your winter looks. When it comes to knitwear, I love a wardrobe essential. I love a crew neck jumper. I love a plain V-neck jumper, but they can lean a little bit flat sometimes. And when we're wearing knitwear, like 90% of the time during winter, I think this is one category that you can invest in something a little bit more interesting. This is where we can add in some texture and pattern into so many of our outfits. Think beautiful cable knits with big chunky yarn. These add such great texture and coziness to your outfits. I bought this one from Nili Lotan a couple of years ago, and ever since I got it, I wear it incessantly every winter. I believe the cable knit design on this is called an Aran knit, and I just love it so much. It's so cozy. It instantly gives me that sort of like very wintry, warm feeling, and I think this was a really great purchase. I also really enjoy a Fair Isle jumper. The pattern in itself just makes you feel like you should be up in the snowy mountains, and that is exactly the type of feeling you want to get from your winter knitwear. What's also great about Fair Isle is that they come in so many different colors and patterns that there will be one that goes with your wardrobe. I mean, clearly I love a neutral, and so mine is cream and brown, but if you wanted to, you could go and get so many different multicolored ones. For me personally, Fair Isle is just such a great addition to all of my basic jumpers. Most, like 99% of my jumpers are plain crew necks or plain V-necks. And so for me to have this one Fair Isle it just makes a nice change from my plain knitwear. Jewelry is one of the fastest ways to elevate a winter outfit because it brings back that shine when everything else is very heavy and textured. And I'm very excited to show you the pieces that I've chosen from them this season because they complement winter outfits so beautifully. A snake chain is one of my all-time favorite winter jewelry. It lies completely flat against the skin and just peeks out from under your knitwear. This one is slightly thicker than your typical chain, and so it stands out more and gives that beautiful liquid gold look. I love the fluidity and how it instantly makes a simple jumper feel intentional. These are the Amelia Gold Huggies, and they're truly an everyday essential. They sit very close to the ear so they don't compete with scarves, high necklines, or big coats. It's just clean and an elegant glint of gold. I honestly think everyone needs a pair of gold Huggies in their collection. Now for bracelets, and I think you're going to love these too. Firstly, I have the Isla bangle that has this sculptural molten shape, and it looks incredibly refined and designer. I've always struggled to find bangles that actually fit my wrist, but this one is perfect. It comes in 2 sizes and it opens and closes with a clasp, so it feels very secure and comfortable. And then I've paired it with the Vilda diamond bracelet, which is super delicate, but it catches the light beautifully. It's made with 5 lab-grown diamonds and 14 karat gold, so it's truly a forever piece. And because it's dainty, it stacks so perfectly with anything you already own. I'm really enjoying the look of the bangle and the dainty bracelet together because I love the contrast in the different thicknesses of the bracelets. And then lastly, if you have any winter events coming up, I have the Anthea pearl threaders, which are absolutely stunning. They're dainty but sculptural with this elegant twirled back, and they're made with 14 karat white gold and freshwater pearls. I actually think I'm going to wear these on Christmas Day. They're just so soft and feminine. Linjer are all about high quality jewelry without the traditional markups. The Huggies, the pearl earrings, and the diamond bracelet are all made with 14 karat solid gold, so they truly are forever pieces. But if solid gold is out of your budget, then the snake chain and the bangle are both crafted in gold vermeil, which basically means it's a really really thick layer of 22 karat gold plated on sterling silver. It's much more durable than your standard gold plating, and it holds up beautifully over time. And Linjer have very kindly given us a very special discount with the code Adeline, so make sure you use the links in the description box to shop. I'm sure you've heard this phrase before, but when it's winter, your coat is the outfit. And so if there's one thing worth getting right, it's this. Over the last few years, I have built up my coat collection a little bit. I've got different lengths, different silhouettes, and they all serve different purposes. So I'm going to walk you through my top 3 coats right now and kind of explain why they work for me, my wardrobe, my lifestyle. Number 1 is a tailored coat. If I could only have one coat, if I had to get rid of all of my coats but just keep one, this would be it. And I know what you're thinking. Isn't this supposed to be, you know, more interesting things that make your outfits look better? Well, on first glance, it looks boring. It's just like a long black coat, right? But once I get into all the details, to me, this is way more than just a basic black coat. I'm actually going to put it down because it's really heavy to hold. Okay, so I've had this coat for, I think this will be my 4th winter with this coat now. And there truly is no outfit that this doesn't go with. Wait, does that make sense? Basically, it goes with everything. Because it's, you know, a single-breasted tailored coat, it obviously works with dressed up outfits. But I actually love pairing this with my more casual outfits to dress them up. During the winter time, you know, with your knitwear and boots and hats and scarves, everything is very soft and squishy. But this coat brings back the sharpness to all of my outfits. It's like such a good contrast to all of those shapes and textures. The fit to me is also just so perfect. It is a little bit oversized so that I can still fit my thick knitwear underneath. I can still layer, you know, really well underneath this coat, but it's not too oversized that it loses its sharpness in the tailoring in the shoulders. I also love how long this coat is. I'm quite short, I'm 5'2", so it's quite a dramatic long coat on me, and I just love that. So for me, this is my number 1 style of coat. Next, I have this camel coat from Petite Studio, and again, I'm just gonna put it up here because my arm hurts. I think you would have seen this coat quite a bit on my channel because I think it's such a great everyday coat. I do work with Petite Studio on my channel, but I really do love their items, and I think their coats are their strongest offerings, I must say. This one is really light, but is super warm. And I think the camel color, along with the double-breasted design, is really sophisticated. And I think these two things kind of make up for the coat's lack of structure. So this coat is quite a fluid coat. It doesn't have as much structure as my black tailored coat. I think it has a really beautiful drape to it. Again, it's a little bit oversized in the shoulders and in the body, so you can fit your big chunky jumpers inside. I just find it so easy to wear as an everyday coat. And this is a coat you will not have seen on my channel because I bought this recently. This is my newest vintage coat purchase that I got from Vinted. And this is definitely really heavy, so I am gonna put this up here as well. Whew, okay. So I've been looking for a leather and shearling coat like this for years and years and years. At the time when I was browsing Vinted, I wasn't even looking for this. It just came up on my algorithm. And I find it really hard to find coats like this that are in my size. Most coats in this kind of style are just ginormous. And so when this came up and it was marked as extra small, and in the description, the seller wrote that her friend who was a size 8 tried it on and it was too small, so it's best suited for someone a size 6, which is my size. I got very excited. I asked for so many pictures, so many measurements. Bless that seller. That seller was so good to me. And I decided to purchase it. I'll be honest, the size is not perfect. There are a few things that, you know, could be a little bit better, but for what it is and for how difficult it is I think for me to find a coat that I've like this, I am more than happy with it. It is so warm. It's fully shearling inside and then leather on the outside. It's so warm. I haven't worn it too much because I've been waiting for it to get colder. The leather has just aged absolutely beautifully. And compared to my black coat and my camel coat, this is definitely much more casual. And that's what I like about it. It's got some grit. It's got some personality to it. And so right now, those 3 coats are my top 3 that I think I'm going to be rotating through this winter. They all serve different purposes for my lifestyle and what I need from them. Let's talk about boots, because one kind of boot that I absolutely love wearing during the winter time, I think it makes all of my outfits so much more chic, is a knee-high boot. Especially if you are petite, a knee-high boot looks so sleek and it can just help lengthen your frame if that's what you are looking for. They create that uninterrupted vertical line that works with dresses, skirts, leggings, jeans, whatever you want to pair your knee-high boots with. And then the added bonus is that they keep your legs warm whilst still being able to wear like a mini skirt. So I have 3 pairs to show you. So firstly, I have these brown croc boots. These are an old season design from Dear Francis, and I got them pre-loved actually. I bought these from Vestiaire Collective. I would say these are more of a statement, outgoing pair of boots. They have this very sharp pointed toe, obviously the mock croc brown. It's a classic for sure, but it definitely stands out against what I wear. But I do think the brown and the mock croc texture adds so much richness to my winter outfits, so I love these so much. Next, I have a bit more of a sort of chunky riding boot style. These are from Flattered. I've had these for a number of years now, and I think I saw recently, I was having a browse on the website, I think they have updated this style a little bit, but it still looks quite similar. These are quite practical, I would say. They are really good just like stomping around day-to-day boots. They're really comfortable, and I like that the sole is a little bit chunkier. I think that adds to a bit more of a casual feeling. If they were a really sleek riding boot, like don't get me wrong, I think that looks beautiful too, but it does veer slightly more formal. These I feel like have a bit more grit to them, which I really like. And finally, my newest pair of boots this year, these are from Bobby's. I've wanted a pair of black knee-high heeled boots for years, but I've just never been able to find the right ones. And because this is quite an expensive item, I never wanted to settle for something, you know, so-so. I think I was quite specific in my mind in exactly what I wanted with these black knee-high boots. I wanted a comfortable heel height. These are 7.5 centimeters, which to me is very comfortable. I didn't want a pointed toe. I find that sometimes with my brown boots, the pointed toe feels a bit too formal. But I also didn't want anything too round either. I wanted something sort of almondy in between, something that could work during the day, but I could also dress it up at night as well. And the amazing thing about these boots is that they also fit my calves. I've spoken about this so many times before on my channel. So many boots just are too small for my calves. I just can't even get my legs halfway in. So when I saw these on the website, and I love that they have the measurement of the calf circumference. Can more brands do this, please? I measured it and I thought, this could work. Okay, hopefully this is gonna work. And I ordered them and they fit perfectly. So yeah, I'm really, really happy with these. I feel like so many times I put together an outfit and I've thought, if only I had a pair of black knee-high heeled boots, they would go perfectly. And now I finally have a pair that I love. Tailored trousers are one of the easiest ways to make your winter outfits better. When everything else is oversized, big knitwear, big coats, big scarves, having a tailored trouser, having that sharp, clean line through the legs just instantly makes any winter outfit look so much better. I think you look so much more intentional and put together compared to if you were wearing your knitwear with jeans, for example. I especially love wool or twill trousers for winter because they add warmth and structure without too much bulk. And then the pressed crease elongates the legs, which again is amazing if you're petite. And then that structure just balances out, you know, heavy, chunky knitwear beautifully. What I look for in a good pair is a slightly straighter leg, a clean waistband, and a length that doesn't pull too much over your shoes. When the cut and the proportion of your trousers is just right, then that can make even the simplest of your knitwear look chic. Let's talk about winter accessories, hats, scarves, gloves. These can make such a difference because they can add personality to your outfits or color. So I think it's really important to choose ones that add to your outfit and they're not just there. Let's start with scarves because a scarf is actually one of my least favorite items ever. I just really don't enjoy wearing scarves. I don't know if it's because maybe I have a small neck. I find that, you know, you put on a scarf and then your hair gets caught in it and then, I don't know, I just find a scarf annoying. So if I buy a scarf, I like it to be quite small, like this. This is from Johnston's, I think it is, of Elgin. And it's red because if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I love a pop of red. And I love a red scarf. I think it looks great with my black coat, with my camel coat. It's just a really nice, bright pop of color. And I don't hate this scarf, so that's a good thing. It took me some time to realize I didn't have to buy those big, oversized, fluffy, chunky scarves that have been trending for the past few years. I much prefer a scarf like this. When it comes to hats, it also took me a long time to realize that there are other designs of hats, winter hats, other than like a beanie. Don't get me wrong, a beanie, she's cute, she's casual, but sometimes that is just not the look I'm going for. Actually, most of the time, that is not the look I'm going for. I bought this cute little shearling hat. Shall I put it on? Let me put it on. What am I saying? I bought this at the beginning of this year for my snowboarding trip to Japan. Totem had a very similar hat like this, but it was like 400 and something pounds, which is just not a price I can justify paying for a hat. So I found this from a random website online. I will see if it's still available and I will link it if it is. But this was like 90 to 100 pounds, which I feel like is a much more acceptable price for a hat, at least for me. I think it's so cute, it's so warm, and most of all, it doesn't dress down my outfits like a beanie would. So that was the main thing really that I kind of like. But yeah, it's cute. Really like this hat. But then I do also have a tweed cap that I bought a few years ago, which I didn't expect I would wear as much as I have. It really gives that sort of like relaxed off-duty look, but then the tweed texture keeps my outfit feeling refined. I think this has been a really great item to wear for casual outfits, but not too casual because of the tweed texture. I actually love pairing this with my tailored coat. I love those two together as a combination. You've got like something really casual, like a cap with the really sharp shoulders of that coat. Then the tweed is also quite refined. I love that sort of combination of things together. It's like smart, but a little bit sporty. Leather trousers are quite a staple in my winter wardrobe. They just make everything look cooler. They add an edge that you don't get from like jeans or wool trousers. Most winter outfits consist of knitwear, and I just really like the contrast of having that cozy knitwear paired with leather, which is a lot tougher and harder. I think that mix of textures makes an outfit feel more layered and dimensional rather than just flat. And I also love how versatile a leather trouser can be. You can obviously dress them up with boots, or you can dress them down with sneakers for quite a cool everyday look. I mean, black is obviously, you know, a classic, essential, easy place to start. But I also love leather in deeper tones such as brown or burgundy or khaki. Those types of colors still act as neutrals, but they add so much more richness to winter outfits, and I think can sometimes look even more elevated than black. If you're bored of your winter outfits or you feel like everything is starting to look the same, try adding in a pair of leather or leather look trousers to your outfits. They just make everything look a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more interesting, and it can break the cycle of wearing the same knitwear and jeans every day. A button-down shirt is a true staple for me. I wear them all year round, but this season I have been loving specifically my plaid shirts in brushed cotton. The brushed cotton texture gives them this soft, cozy feeling, and they're also warm than like your standard cotton poplin because the fluffiness of the fiber traps in air, so it makes it warmer to wear. And then I love a plaid for a bit of pattern without feeling too overwhelming, especially in the colors that I've got them in. I feel like the contrast isn't that crazy, so the plaid works really well for my wardrobe. It's also just such a quintessential autumn winter pattern, and so as soon as you have on something plaid, that immediately gives you that feeling of winter and coziness. I think they're also really great for layering. Because the fabric of the brushed cotton is slightly thicker and more textured, it can balance out smoother textures like leather, and you get this really nice balance of textures that makes the whole outfit look more interesting. The cropped one that I've been wearing a lot this season is from Uniqlo, and I love that it's cropped because it means I can wear it under jackets and it doesn't like have a weird proportion. And then the second one that you have seen me wear in probably every video, like for the past 5 videos, is from With Nothing Underneath. This was on my wish list for ages and I finally decided to get it this season and I'm so happy with it. It's also a cotton wool mix. I think it's like 20% wool, which makes it even softer and warmer to wear. And I love the subtle green and navy pattern. It's just like the most perfect plaid shirt. It's been so easy to wear and style. And those are all of the pieces that I wanted to share with you today. All of the linjer jewelry along with the discount code will be linked in the description box. Thank you again to Linjer for sponsoring today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this gave you some inspiration for your own wardrobe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.